Hello, everybody. Bill DeWar here with Caldwell Banker in Lake Forest. Just want to take a minute, go over open houses. What are the benefits of open houses? I'll break it down into three groups: a pre-buyer, an active buyer, and a seller slash homeowner who's not even looking to sell or buy. So, first is the pre-buyer. The pre-buyer is somebody with a growing family that knows they're going to move in a year or two, or an empty nester in a year or two, and they know they're not going to need that much space. Those are the pre-buyers. And open houses are great for them because you can just walk out casually, easily, check out the neighborhood. Do you want to live in a condo if you're downsizing? Do you want a townhome? Do you want an HOA? Do you not want an HOA? Do you want a big yard? Do you want a small yard? If you're going into a bigger house, do you want a split level? Do you want a 2-story? Do you want an attached garage? Do you want a big driveway? Anything. So what's the design like? Those are all things that you can just casually go to open houses and kind of check off the list, add to the list, so that when you are ready and more serious towards the end, you have it narrowed down and know what you want. So that's the pre-buyer, and that's how that would be beneficial. The second would be an active buyer. The first thing with an active buyer is it gives them more time to just sit and kind of absorb and take in the property. So a lot of times I'll show a client a house on a Thursday or a Friday and they'll want to see it again. And I could do it, but if they go to an open house, they can just sit there casually with no time limit on the showing. And they can just walk around the yard. They can get a feel, how are they going to live in it? What improvements would they make? What improvements wouldn't they make? Sometimes you get to notice, actually the house is a lot cleaner than we thought, or it's a little dirtier than we thought. The other thing too is, as an active buyer, you can listen to what other buyers are saying as they're going through the open house. Sometimes they point out some positive things, and sometimes they point out things that you might have missed that you don't like. Another reason for an active buyer to go to an open house is you're going to hear at some point the neighbor or a neighbor is going to go into that house and they're going to talk to the open house agent, and they're going to tell them stories about the neighborhood in that house. It happens at almost every open house. So you can get a lot of good information there. Or if you're leaving or coming to the property and a neighbor's outside, you can always ask them questions about the neighborhood. And thirdly, the seller or the homeowner. If you're a seller, obviously I'm going to put the market on in a couple months or next week. You can go to that open house and gauge what's the market like. Is there a lot of interest? There are a lot of buyers. Is there multiple offers? You can talk to the agent and ask, if you had a lot of interest. That kind of helps you gauge the market before you sell your house. It's also competition, and even extra people going might drive up the price of that house and help you when you sell it. And then finally, if you're just a regular homeowner, it kind of gives you a gauge on what the market is, what's selling. Or if you want to make improvements to your house, what are other houses doing? Maybe there are some improvements with that house, or maybe there's not improvements with that house, and it gives you an idea for something else. So all those reasons could be benefits as to why you would attend an open house. But as a buyer, know that agents also host open houses to get clients, right? So everyone's got to make sure that they understand that agents there would love to pick up buyer clients that are not represented. So if you do have an agent, then when you go to sign in the open house, write your first and last name, and then write your agent's name and company they're with. If you do not have an agent and you do not want to use me, or I am not available to you because I'm only licensed in Illinois, the best thing to do is to go to all these open houses and interview the agents. Ask them questions and find out which agent is like-minded and that you'd be best fit with. Hope those are some helpful tips and hints. I'm Bill DeWar with Caldwell Banker in Lake Forest. Have a great day.